And now, it's time for Titan Talk Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Facebook Live with John Tsikouris, CEO of Titan Medical Center in Tampa Bay, Florida. He's here to educate and motivate you on fitness, health, and medical science. Let the Titan Talk begin.
Go.
What's up, guys? John here. Titan Talk Tuesdays officially in effect. And man, it's just getting over 4th of July weekend. We're back, full effect here. It was a great Independence, a great holiday. I hope you guys had a great 4th of July and Independence Day and supported it with your family and had great activities and fun times. I know I did. It's one of my favorite holidays. I love it. I love the United States of America and being able to have the freedoms we do with our family and enjoying these great times and all our great, freedoms. Like I said, I mean, our ancestors, grandparents have fought for these liberties and fought for the things that we have today, these freedoms. And you know what? We got to respect them. We got to pay tribute to them. And we do celebrate these great, great days of independence. So it's awesome. What up, Stacy? How you guys doing? It's good to see you guys. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. So we got a good show for you guys. We're going to talk about Titan Complete today. So that's our therapy of the week. It's a really, really popular therapy here at Titan Medical Center. I get questions about it all the time. So at that point, I will like to cover some of this. I sent an email for an appointment. May I receive an answer, please? Please, Sapphire Pro, just contact 727-389-3220. You can call or text that number. So if you guys emailed in like he's talking about, our platforms have commented or something like that, and you haven't got a response, we're not ignoring you guys. Trust me. We have a lot of these different platforms to check, and it's kind of hard sometimes, or maybe somebody does get lost in there, and I don't want that to ever happen. So if you think you need to get in contact with us, you can always call or text 727-389-3220, and we can get back to you, okay? And if somebody doesn't get back to you there, you write my personal Facebook. I'll make sure that I contact you or somebody else from the office does automatically so you guys can get a response or can answer your question. That's not how it should be. Here at Titan, we want to make sure that we're taking care of you guys, right? So, Titan Complete. Huge benefits to Titan Complete. I get questions about it all the time. Hey, John, why do you like Titan Complete so much? Well, Titan Complete has a lot of different things in it that have a lot of different benefits for you health-wise. And what does it have in it? So we always want to talk about that, right? Because Titan Complete, it sounds great. It sounds complete. So what makes it so complete, John, right? So let's go into it. So Titan Complete has methionine, acetylcholine, and choline. And these are great things, right? And they help the body in a lot of different ways, from helping the liver process fat faster for people that have PCOS or females in particular. There's great benefits for this. So it's great for weight loss, and it's great for producing the metabolism to boost naturally, right? So these three things alone are great. And you might hear some of these things mixed with B12. So a lot of places out there have MIC B12 or Super B12 or Super Mix shots. And it has MIC, those three things, and it has B12 in it. So at that point, we want to go beyond that, right? Titan is not there for cookie cutter programs, cookie cutter therapies. We always want to make things better for you guys. I want the best. I want our patients to have the best. So at that point, Titan Complete was really formed. And it really has your 3 MIC, right? Your 3 ingredients there. It has B12. It also has B complex additives in there, along with branched chain amino acids, the 3, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. It also has L-carnitine in there. So you're talking about a lot of different things, vitamins and amino acids together that are going to help you get the results that you want. Plus, let's talk about the absorption rate, because the real benefit of this is to get a better absorption and a better effect, right? We're taking these things or drinking these things or injecting these things, whatever it may be, to get the effect from them. We're not just doing it because it's fun. I'm not, for sure. So at that point, I want you guys to get the best. So let's talk about it. Best transportation rates for anything, per se, right? And different things need different ways of transportation into the body. So don't get me wrong there. But I'm talking about in a general, vague statement. What's the best way to get in the body? So oral consuming, we know we can get that in real quick, right? Pill swallowing, we break that down, powders, it gets broken down. So we're taking it in the gastro tract, break it down, it's going through the stomach and then get absorbed, right? It's a very, very small percentage to get absorbed. The next thing, we have subcutaneous injections and intramuscular injections. The absorption rate is better on both of those than an oral product or sublingual per se, right? So at that point, you're going to get in the body faster and it's going to absorb more. The only other way to get it better than that would be IV. So when you go to intravenously into the vein, you're going to go right into the bloodstream. It's an immediate effect. That's why they give you in the hospital IV antibiotics or you're getting IV hydration because they need it to get in your system immediately. So you're getting immediate effect. So the best way to consume these things, let's say it's these vitamins and amino acids, would probably be intramuscular. It's the most viable way for you to do it every day on your own. You're not going to give yourself an IV every day and sit there for that amount of time to get the IV to go in the vein to get the bloodstream. And then the most, more practical thing about it is you're not going to really be able to stick yourself in a vein unless you're a medical professional. So at that point, an intramuscular injection is going to be your second best bet, and it's going to give you the best transportation rate and absorption rate. That's why we do the Titan Complete or Hercules Potion or Titan Ultra intramuscularly, right? So at that point, you're going to get a better absorption. All right, so I'll answer some of these questions right afterwards. Please save them for afterwards, and I'll talk about it. So at that point, we want Titan Complete to do intramuscular. Now, what kind of needle size? It's a very, very small needle. It's a 30 gauge, 1 inch insulin needle. So at that point, it's very, very small. And I will get some people out there say, you can't do that in a muscle with that small of a needle. That's not true, right? I do it. A lot of our patients do it. Now, are there some bigger people out there that it might not get to the muscle? Yes, and there are some different needle sizes for those people. But for the majority of people, this works very, very good, right? And it's not painful. It's not a harpoon needle getting into them. Because there's a difference, guys, between a 30 gauge needle and even a 23 gauge needle, which we inject testosterone, right? And that's a lot thicker and a lot more intimidating than the little insulin needle, which is really, really, it's like a baby little needle pretty much. So at that point, Titan Complete is going to be a great thing to use in the morning. That's the next question. John, when should I take Titan Complete? Now, I would take Titan Complete, or most of our patients take Titan Complete in the morning. They do it right when they get up. You want to get that engine revving as soon as possible. Get the metabolism boosting as soon as possible. Get it upbeat. Get everything moving in the body. Blood flowing, right? Drink some water. Water's another big thing. We talk about a lot of these different therapies and all, but we definitely want hydration levels, and we definitely want these therapies to go in like that. We had a special visitor here. I got Ed Bojacki, the owner of Gold's Gym, Largo, in Tampa.
What the hell's going on here with
Talk? And you can tell the old wrestler in him is coming out.
You want to get jacked up on Titan Talk? You come talk to John. You get it out. Jacked up on Titan. That's what we do here.
You never know who's going to come in the Titan headquarters and offices. And we got Sharice in the house.
Get jacked with Titan!
Get your vitamins. Hercules Potion.
Get your vitamins.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
So if you guys are ever in the area and you guys are training, Gold's Gym, Tampa and Largo is here. The man, the myth, the legend, Ed is definitely in the house.
You know what? If you come talk to me, if you mention me, if you Facebook message me right now, I will give you 3 free months at Gold's Gym, Tampa and Largo.
Wow.
Tampa and Largo. We're open 24 hours.
Wow.
And we'll do whatever it takes to get this guy jacked up. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. Bye-bye.
So you guys heard it. If you guys are in the Tampa or Largo area, you guys need to DM Ed Bojacki. He's the owner, and he will give you 3 free months. I'm telling you, get that out of that guy is something serious. He wouldn't offer me 3 free months, right? So at that point, I'm sorry, guys. That was unplanned. He's a guest, a patient. He's an advocate. I had to have him come over here and say hi to him. He's awesome. And he's an ex-wrestler, if you can see. He's back from those 90s intimidation interview days. Remember those days? I remember him growing up as a kid. Ultimate Warrior, all those greats. I'm not going to say all their names on here, but definitely good stuff. Definitely good stuff.
I thought somebody was gonna come in with a chair.
Bah, I'm gonna get knocked on the floor. And then the rematch is coming. So yeah, so definitely. All right. So we were talking about Titan Complete. We're talking about needle sizes. No doubt. Titan Complete in the AM. Get the engines revving. Start getting the benefits right away from doing the injection. It'll give you natural energy. It should help you in age and weight loss, help concentration. There's a lot of different benefits that injection does alone. And that is only vitamins and amino acids. When we talk about injections, we talk about social stigmas. And I was going to bring this up with testosterone as a social stigma. But let's talk about it in general. So when I do ads on Facebook per se, I'm just going to give you an example. I put an ad on Facebook, or an athlete puts, an injection video up of them giving themselves injection. Oh, what are you doing? You're doing drugs. You're doing steroids. What is that? You don't have to give yourself needles. You can go get it from food. We can do this. We can do that. Listen, guys, it's an injection. It's coming from a medical practice, coming from a pharmacy. They shouldn't judge that. When those people go into an office, a doctor's office, and sit there, and they have the nurse stick them, it's a whole different story. Well, I was just getting my medication. It's the same thing. It's just they're doing their things at their own convenience, which is a benefit to them because they're not wasting time in the office waiting for the doctor, or in the waiting room waiting to even get back to the office to see the doctor. How many of you guys go through this? I see it on a daily basis on my timeline on Facebook. I'm sitting in the office. My appointment was at 1:30. It's now 2:30. They should have made it for 2:30 for my appointment. Guys, they get backed up. You wait. At that point, when you get in there, you might have less time with the physician or nurse practitioner or whoever the medical provider is with you. You might not even see the doctor. You might see a physician's assistant. And at that point, are your questions really going to get answered? Maybe not. And you might have to come back a second time, or they might not be able to help you. So that's just another big point. We love you guys too. Thank you. All right. So at that point, look into Titan Complete if you're looking for natural energy, boosted metabolism for weight loss. It's just an overall, that's what we call Titan Complete. It's an overall good amino acid and vitamin injectable therapy with a lot of benefits to you. So I wanted to bring that up. I always talk about therapy of the week. Titan Complete is definitely one of my favorites. That and Hercules Potion, obviously. And like I said, 2 different injections, right? Because I always get, what's the difference? Which one do you like better? 2 different injections. 2 different injection times for me. Where Titan Complete's taken in the morning, Hercules Potion is when I do a more strenuous exercise. Right before that, I'm injecting that so I get the benefits of Hercules Potion in the strenuous exercise or workout or whatever it may be. I go play basketball with my son. I take it before I do that. I take it before I go to Disney. I'm going to walk there all dang day, or Universal Studios all dang day at that point. So I want to just be at my best because I know it's going to be a long and grueling day. And know you parents out there know how I feel, right? If you go with your kids to a water park, especially you guys have multiple children. I praise you because I got one, and it can be a little crazy at times to have 2 or 3 or 4 at the same time. Man, God bless you, man. I see my buddy this 4th of July weekend, and it's funny because I had my first son before he had kids. And he comes back to me the next year. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, yeah. He's like, my wife's going to pregnant. I'm like, the first one's going to be all right. He's like, no. She's going to have triplets. I'm going to have 3. I'm like, oh, my God. 3 girls, too. I go, God bless your soul, man. Because, man, that, 3 people, especially girls in this day and age where social media and all this rampant stuff is out there, God bless your soul, man. You got to take care of them. So that gets to my next thing. Get your blood levels checked, too. This is a big thing out there. We talked about it last month. I think it was Men's Health Month. So that was really, really big. We did the 4th of July specials for the males and females on the blood work. And a lot of people signed up and a lot of people took advantage of it. And a lot of people are finding out different things or deficiencies that they had that they never knew. Vitamin D is a big one. Free and total testosterone levels. That's huge for both males and females. We also see with males where they have a decent total testosterone or subpar or mid-level, and their free testosterone's low, and they don't know how to get their free testosterone up, or their SHBG is high, and they need to come low so they get the good effects and not the negative effects of that being high. And there's certain things that raise or mess with these hormone levels that you guys may not even know that are affecting you. It's a crazy thing. It's our environment. It's the foods we're eating, chemicals we're putting on our body. There's a lot of different things. So at that point, to disrupt these things, it might cause a negative effect to you and your body or your health. So the best thing to do is just to check these things, make sure they're good to go. At that point, you have at least have peace of mind, or you have a direction of where you're going to go with it. If you want to get set up with blood work, it's very simple through Titan Medical Center. All you got to do is call or text 727-389-3220. Our girls will be happy to set you up with blood work in your zip code, wherever you're at in the country. All you got to do is just call or text. We'll get you set up. We'll get you rocking and rolling. You can take the paper we send you after payment, and you can go in and get your blood checked. We'll have the results expedited in 3 to 4 business days, and we'll give you a call, and we'll either give you the results, or you can get set up with an appointment to get help. Whatever you like to do, we are here for you, and I want to make sure that health is number one priority, okay? So that's huge, huge, huge. All right, a couple more of these things, and I'll get to some questions. Sorry, guys. A lot of information to cover today. All right. So we talk about social stigmas. Let's talk about testosterone and social stigma. So we talk about testosterone. Now, we have patients that come to us or call us on the phone, or I even have people that come up to me and they say, hey, listen, am I going to be doing steroids? So steroids have a bad stigma or black eye. You know, when you say steroids, you usually think of some guy going rampant. He's huge, just crazed, right? Like an Incredible Hulk times 100. So at that point, let's not talk about just steroids. Now, is testosterone an anabolic steroid? Yes. So testosterone is an anabolic steroid. So it is classified as that. But is it a steroid that's going to make you crazed and insane, or you're going to turn to Arnold Schwarzenegger in a week? No. A lot of people wish that would happen. And I hear a lot of people say, if I took steroids, I'd look like him, or I'd look like her, or whatever it may be. That is not true. They can take as much steroids as they want, as much testosterone or whatever they want to put in their bodies. And if they don't put in the work, or they don't even have the genetics, or their diet's not correct, they are not going to get to that level. And it's a fact, okay? So when people say that, I'm kind of looked down like, man, that's not really right. You know, it doesn't matter, right? But the stigma of it all. So the stigma of testosterone. Now, why do we have a stigma against testosterone? I don't know why, because males and females need testosterone, and they need it for a variety of different reasons. Health reasons, libido reasons. There's a number of different reasons why it benefits both males and females. Now, the ranges of testosterone should be different. So at that point, a female is going to need a lot less than a male is going to need, because it's more of a masculine hormone. But they both need it in a certain amount, right? So always look at that, because it's not a cookie cutter program. I hear females injecting 200 milligrams of testosterone. We don't even do injectable testosterone here for females, right? It's too much. The absorbency is too high, and it's too fast with transportation rate in most cases. So at that point, you want to be able to regulate this. And the reason is because if these levels go high for females, and we're just going to say this in general, they take a shot of 200 milligrams, so they go on a pellet per se, and they go on a high dose, or for their body high dose, and their ranges go up. Let's say they're in a male range of 400. So a female should be between 0 and 44 in a total testosterone. In a male, it's 216 to 946. These are LabCorp reference ranges. And different labs have different reference ranges, so I want to put that out there. But for LabCorp, those are the ranges. So if a female comes back at 400, right, she's supposed to be between 0 and 44. That is way too high over the spectrum. If a guy comes back at 400, he's just, he's barely above the range. He's, about 100 and something points above the range. So at that point, it's not that bad. But for a female, yes, it's going to be a lot worse, and she can get negative side effects, deepening the voice, clitoral enlargement, right? And a lot of different things like mustaches or facial hair, or hair where it hasn't grown before. And a lot of girls do get these negative side effects, and most of them, they're not going to go back. They're irreversible. So at that point, it is what it is. And you just love yourself for who you are. And that's what it is too. So at that point, you really want to make sure that you're on the right regimen or therapy, that you're seeing medical providers or doctors. People are monitoring your health. They're making sure they're taking care of you. And you're making sure you're getting the right doses. And these social stigmas will go away, because a lot more people are finding out that their hormones are deficient and they are actually taking care of the problem and being educated about it. And at that point, these stigmas are starting to come down. Testosterone, especially injectable, when I got into this 7 years ago, pushed injectable vitamins, injectable testosterone, right, for males and stuff like that. It was really, really a big stereotype, really, really big stigma as far as steroids. Now it's becoming out more of the public, like, oh, listen, this is a health thing. We might need this. A lot more studies are coming out on testosterone and benefits for health, right? As far as, sugar levels, cardiovascular, I mean, there's a lot of different things coming out. So at that point, it's just going to get better, and people are just becoming more educated about these things, where they're finding out these things because of blood tests and because of people like me telling you guys to go out there, ask your practitioner to blood test you. If they don't, we will, or somebody else will, and at least you'll have the firepower or the bullets to go back to that practitioner or to show a new practitioner where you're at and you need help, because it's all about quality of life. Feeling good, looking good, performing better. That's what we're about at Titan Medical Center. So at that point, if you're not feeling those 3 ways, why? Why? What is going on? Find the root of the problem. Don't just cover up the symptoms, right? Make sure you're taking to the root. Make sure you're correcting and modifying whatever it is. And there's a lot of different things out there. People are tired. That's like the number 1 complaint I get. I'm tired, John. I'm just tired. I work all day. I work all night. Or I'm tired when I wake up. I just don't feel fully rested. There's reasons for that, guys. It just doesn't happen, right? Especially if you're trying and you're getting the sleep and you're sleeping for 14, 15 hours. Or somebody told me a crazy amount of number and still being tired. I mean, I guess you can oversleep in some ways. I've done that. But in most cases, you're going to get that rest and you're going to build it up and you're going to be ready to go and you have energy. All right. Oh, carnitine. All right. Never mind. You just said I beat you to it. Okay. Man, let's go. Man, there's so much comments on here. Wow. All right. So let me get into the rest of what I need to cover, and then I'm going to go into some questions for you guys. All right. So this week, 2 of my athletes are coming in town. I'm going to go live this week when they come in. Brian and Jason are both coming in. One's coming in from Illinois. My other guy's coming in from Cali. So 2 Titan athletes coming in the same week. I'm excited. We're going to do some training. We're going to do some lifestyle stuff. We're going to go live, maybe ask some questions. These guys are in fantastic shape. And Salinas is not a young buck. He's older than me, and he looks fantastic. Brian is in fantastic shape. So when you guys see these guys and we go live, you guys can ask some questions about their diet, their training, general lifestyle things. I know Jason's got a family and stuff like that. They both work pretty full time. So, I mean, at that point, they're really, really dedicated in what they're doing. I'm really, really happy and excited. I haven't seen Jason in a while. Brian's been at least a year, I think. So at that point, I'm excited. And we're going to do a lot of stuff. So when you guys see the stuff we got coming, you guys are going, oh my God. So we got new therapies coming. I've got new gear coming for you guys as far as Titan gear. You guys are going to be excited about that for sure. And for you guys that are looking for the secrets, right? And everybody asks me, what's the easiest way to get lean or build some muscle and stuff like that? Guys, get this book, The Ultimate Health Bible, right? It is your guide to anti-aging, fat loss, and disease prevention. I want you guys to go on Amazon and get this, or Barnes & Nobles. Anywhere they sell books, they're selling my book and Jeff Bahar's book, right? If you guys get this, you guys write a review, you guys screenshot it to me, I'll give you guys $50 off any of your therapy packages or your blood work. So at that point, you need to screenshot the review. You can send it in to me. You get a one-time $50 credit. So that's double what the book is worth. I think the book's like $20 or something like that. So you get $50. So at that point, you guys will make out. You guys will get information that you guys can use. And you guys will get a discount off a therapy or blood work, whatever it is. All right, so let's talk about one more other thing, and we are going to get into some questions. This one was funny. So we talk about the dad bod. What age is the dad bod acceptable? I don't know. I mean, to me, I don't think the dad bod's ever acceptable, but it's like, I give the example of like owning a bar. I like Crown Royal. If I drink Crown Royal, that's great. But everybody else drinks Heineken in the bar. I'm not going to make any money. So, dad bods. Do you guys think they're acceptable? 1. And 2, what age is acceptable for a dad bod? Because there's kids that are getting girls pregnant at 18, right? 16. And some of these 18 or 21-year-olds, they look kind of sloppy. And that's male and female now. Now, I'm not just saying dad bod, I guess. The female bod too, I guess. But it's crazy when you look at all these things and like, there's females saying like, I actually like the dad bod. So at that point, what do you like about the dad bod? Is it the stomach? Is it the love handles? Is it the health issues possibly? I don't know. See, I don't know these things because I want to be in the best shape possible. It's kind of like a car. You get a car, and I'm not saying anything out there about dad bods. I wouldn't want one myself, in my opinion. Or I'd want to work myself off because there's something going wrong usually. Usually when you get in that stomach and you're getting love handles and stuff like that, it could be a possible hormone deficiency. Your diet just might be horrible. You never work out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how do you get a dad bod. Maybe that's what it is because a lot of these guys that do come up to me and they're trying to work on themselves, and I praise you guys. Keep working because it doesn't happen overnight, and I didn't get there. I'm still not all the way where I want to be. It's always a work in progress. But at least some of these guys, they don't care. It's like, I don't care. I'm never going to work out a day in my life. I'm going to eat what I want. I'm going to do this. And man, some of these guys, they get to play. So at that point, they're swinging. God bless you guys. You guys are putting in less work than me, and you guys are getting it. So the dad bod, that's just, it's funny to me because I don't know. As far as the girl bod, I don't really want the girl bod if that was the case, I guess. And what does that consist of either? So
I have so much to say on that, but I'm not.
It's tough, right?
Well, I mean, I know exactly what it is. It's just
it's because most people fit that demographic now because our population is overweight. This is a true fact now. We are overweight. All right, the majority of the population is overweight or considered obese.
It's normalized now.
Right? It's a normalized thing. So I don't know, and it's really crazy because we did talk about the BMI, and some of these census are still going on BMI. So, for example, me and Art go into the doctor. We have a little bit more muscle or whatever it may be, or somebody does, their height and everything like that. They're considered overweight or obese, like me or Art are. Now, I'm obese, I'm overweight, okay? That's what I am, right? So at that point, I look a lot better than these doctors that are telling you, hey, listen, you need to lose weight. You need to stop eating more. I'm like, you're telling people that for real? Like they need to stop eating and that's the way they're going to lose weight? Now listen, for some people, it is a crutch and they'll go back to the anxiety thing and they'll start eating or depressed and start eating. Or people they just eat, I guess, right? So I guess they could slow it down on that portion. But there are a lot of different other things that could possibly help these people in whatever the issue is. But the dad bod, so it's funny.
That's just laziness, I think, and it's just comfort because then they don't have to work hard, so you don't have to work hard.
Yeah.
So you're just sitting there together in a lawn chair having a Heineken.
Well, I go back to this. So the dad bod, it's so extremely sexy to women. Is it because they're comfortable with the guy and they've known him for a long time, or some girls like beards, so they see like a dad bod and they're like they just want to lay on the belly, or they want to.
Even if you got a beard, you don't even know how to change a tire. You know what I'm saying? We can go down that road, but I don't know if we have enough time.
All right, guys. So we won't get too far off, but I just want to bring it up because I did see it like that, and I just bring it up I'm like, so what is considered? What's a dad bod age? Is that when you become a daddy, you can become a dad bod, or you can have a dad bod too? I mean, I just don't know. I want to leave it there. All right. Dad bod minivan. Yes. All right. So, yeah, Pat said it right. Dad bod equals minivan and muscle equals Challenger. Or a Corvette, right? All right. So, here we go. Questions. Christian Villa. Oh, nice. So, we got a new guy joining our ranks in New York City. Christian Villa. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys will. Man out there is going to be doing good. Testosterone is king. EJ and Tina. Yeah, man. Did my follow-up, waiting for my results. Awesome. So if you guys are getting these or waiting for these, Big Drew, Team Titan. Awesome. All right. Yep, that's real. All right. So what was our poll question? Let's get our poll up. We're going to leave it with the poll. All right. Did you know Titan Medical Center had sexual boosters available? Now, I know I just posted on social media about the sexual boosters. We got a lot of response on it. Libido enhancers. So the big thing on there. So 36% of you said, yes, I did. 31% said, no, I had no idea. And
31%. Yeah. So 14 said
yeah. Wow.
Boom.
All right, so libido enhancers. There are a lot of different libido enhancers or sexual boosters for males and females that we offer at Titan Medical Center. A couple, just to name a couple, Superman's and Wonder Woman's. Those are an oral version, and there's a couple different variations with the medications that are in there. So if you're not on testosterone therapy or hormone replacement therapy, we have just sildenafil, which is like the main ingredient in Viagra, right? And we have these in troche lozenges, and we have these in different forms. We also have one with micronized testosterone to give you a little bit bang for your buck as far as being able to have the erection and be able to have the stamina to be able to go along with the erection. So you're going more than one time, like Superman, right? So that's a different variation of that. We also have them with tadalafil, which is the main ingredient in Cialis. So we have those different variations, just like the sildenafil versions. We also have for females and males PT141. If you guys don't know what that is, it just got FDA approved. So I just seen that for the injections for females in particular for libido enhancing. So we have that in an oral version and we have that in an injectable version. The injectable version I heard works very, very well. So at that point, we have these different things. We also have some couple creams for females and a couple different injectables for males. So if you guys are interested in libido enhancers or want to know more about what Titan Medical Center can offer you to spice it up in the bedroom, then just call or text 727-389-3220, and we'd be happy to cover some of those therapies with you, how they can benefit, or how you can just pleasure your partner and yourself at the same time at the best possible level, right? Really, really good stuff. I can't use any of this stuff. Sharice doesn't let me because, I just go crazy. So at that point, she doesn't let me have any of that good stuff. So you guys, I'm living through you vicariously to help me just experience these things. So just your feedback tells me, oh, it was great. We had this great weekend. Lovey-dovey. Awesome. I love hearing that, man. Reconnecting with your partner, whatever it may be, that's awesome. You're going on a vacation or cruise and you want to make it just more exciting for your partner, that's awesome, man. Because let's come to the facts. Everybody likes sex, right? Males, females, even if you're asexual, that means you're just yourself. And there's different people out there like different things. So one way or another, I'm sure you like sexual pleasure, and it's always good to boost the performance. Nobody ever said that you need it. Don't ever get that twisted. Some people do need it. You might not need it, but it's like anything else. You want to perform a little bit better maybe that day or look a little bit better that day, right? Well, this can help you out. So I wanted you guys to know about this and the libido enhancers and sexual boosters that we can help you out with because, like I said, everybody likes it. So I'm John from Titan. Please keep it locked to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We have all this information, all our therapies. YouTube, the videos are there. Educational videos, therapy videos, behind the scenes, and of course, Sharice's soapboxes. Everybody loves those, right? So I am John from Titan. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Titan Talk Tuesday.
And now, it's time for Titan Talk Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Facebook Live with John. And now, it's time for Titan Talk Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Facebook Live with John Tsikouris, CEO of Titan Medical Center in Tampa Bay, Florida.
He's here to educate and motivate you on fitness, health, and medical science. Let the Titan Talk